What is up, everybody? I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy in this strange time we're living in. I just wanted to make a quick video about the upcoming NFL draft this Thursday. There hasn't been a ton of news, but as of today and yesterday, there's been some talk regarding the 49ers that was interesting for anybody that hasn't paid attention. Today, they were talking about that the 49ers are opening to trading both picks, 13 and 31. The Niners don't have a lot of picks this year. They pick at 13, 31, and then they don't pick again until the fifth round. So I want to know what people think about that. That's, the top 15, it's a pretty deep draft this year, especially the top 15, and you can get some real good starter potential players in that top 15. With the Niners possibly trading out of that, are they going to miss out on one of those difference-making players, or is the draft as deep as they say it is? Personally, I'm okay with the 31 trading back, mainly because, teams are desperate sometimes to get up to that pick so they can grab a player that they think might be going. And you always seem to see a lot of movement, especially at that part of the draft. Teams that are looking to get back into the first round. We've done something similar, I think, with Reuben Foster. So it'd be interesting to see what goes on there. At the 13th pick, I was hoping we'd stay put on that one. With the receivers that this draft has, and with Henry Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, the top three picks in this draft, it'd be a shame to miss out on one of those players if they're still available. There's a couple good corners that are available early on in this draft that, the Niners could look at. Offensive tackle as well. If you ask me what the Niners' three biggest needs are going into next year, wide receiver would be number one, corner would be number two, and then offensive tackle would be number three, mainly because we don't know the status of Joe Staley. He's been pretty much radio silent other than a couple tweets here and there. He took the loss pretty hard this year, as did most of us, but him especially, knowing that, he doesn't have a lot of time left playing, and it's very difficult to get to the Super Bowl. There's also been some talk about the 49ers trying to acquire a tight end to complement George Kittle. The rumor the other day, which turned out to be unsubstantiated, was Trey Burton, who was released by the Chicago Bears. I guess the 49ers had some interest in him the last time he was a free agent before he ended up signing elsewhere. And, a lot of people like to be Twitter GMs and tweet out that they think that something's going to happen, and then it doesn't end up happening. The newest name is Evan Ingram from the New York Giants, who is being said that the Niners might be looking to trade for him as a possibility. He's a younger guy. He had some injury issues last year. Go figure, the Niners are interested in a player that is in injury history. Not a stretch. But he would be definitely an upgrade for what they have right now in Ross Dwelley. It's interesting because, Tom Brady at his best, one of his best years is when he had those two tight ends in Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski, and it's almost like they're trying to replicate something like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. There's also been talk of Marquise Goodwin and trade talks, possibly going to the Dallas Cowboys. They said there might be interest there. And there's also been some talk about Matt Breida possibly wanting a new place to call home. He kind of fell into Kyle Shanahan's doghouse after some late fumbles, which I'm totally okay with Kyle doing that. You get to that time of year, man, you can't have guys spitting the ball up and costing you games and costing you possessions, and it is what it is. It's a results-based business. I mean, the guy's good when he's on the field. The problem sometimes with him is he can't stay on the field because of injuries. At this point, it just looks like the 49ers are really just trying to get draft picks, draft capital. sometimes you get picks to use in trades. So you might trade away a guy like a Breida or a Goodwin just so you can turn around and trade him for a guy like Ingram at tight end. So it'll be interesting to see these next couple days. This is definitely a fun time of year. The NFL draft is one of my favorite times. It didn't look like it going forward until they traded for that 13th pick with the DeForest Buckner trade. So it made it a little bit more interesting and palatable to watch the first round, knowing that we might pick before the 31st pick. And definitely with everything going on right now in the world, we need some kind of escape, and the NFL draft seems like the perfect recipe. It's going to be done different than any way we've ever seen it this year. This is going to be quite interesting to see. But nonetheless, we're going to have a draft. They were talking to recently with John Lynch, and he was talking about how the Niners are pretty well prepared, and he showed his draft room in his house, his guest house. Pretty interesting setup he had there. I mean, these guys got to do what they got to do to make, to get ready for the NFL draft. And the Niners look like they're very well off, well capable. They have a lot of good front office experience. It'll be interesting this year in this draft to see if the 49ers are going to get some more mid-round steals like they've gotten in the past years. So just a fun time in a really bad time in the world right now, hopefully. Just a little bit of news. I don't have too much to talk about other than that. I'll probably make a video after the draft, or maybe a react video after we pick our first round picks, or whatever, however it falls. And we'll go from there. Hopefully we'll have an NFL season this year. Hopefully the world can get better and everybody can get better and we can find a cure for this thing and we can get back to life as we know it. But until then, we got to take the little tidbits we can get. Draft's coming up Thursday, and as of now, that's all we got, and we'll go with it. All right, everyone. Everybody take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.